Krishna's garland for Choti Chachi. In the peaceful village of Gokul, the home of Nanda Baba was always filled with warmth, laughter, and loving family members. One quiet afternoon, the courtyard was calm and beautiful. Soft sunlight fell on the stone floor, and the gentle fragrance of fresh flowers filled the air. Yashoda Ma and Choti Chachi were sitting together near a basket full of colorful flowers. They were making garlands to decorate the house and the temple. Chachi had delicate hands and great skill in weaving flowers together. One by one, she carefully threaded jasmine and marigold blossoms into a long, beautiful garland. Yashoda Ma watched with a smile. Just then, the peaceful courtyard suddenly echoed with the sound of tiny running footsteps. Little Krishna came running inside. His curly hair bounced, the peacock feather in his hair fluttered, and his tiny anklets jingled as he ran. Krishna looked around the courtyard curiously. Then he noticed Chachi sitting quietly beside the basket of flowers. Krishna tilted his head. "Chachi," he asked innocently, "why are you sitting here and not working?" Choti Chachi laughed softly. "I would like to work, but your ma does not allow me," she said gently. Krishna turned slowly toward Yashoda Ma. His tiny face suddenly became very serious. "That is not fair," Krishna declared. Yashoda Ma raised her eyebrows with amusement. "Oh, really?" she said. Krishna nodded firmly. Then he walked toward the flower basket. "If Chachi cannot work, then I will help her," Krishna announced proudly. The women burst into laughter. Krishna sat down beside the basket and picked up a handful of colorful flowers. He watched carefully how Chachi threaded the flowers onto the string. Then he tried to do the same. But the moment he tried to push the flower onto the thread, plop, the flower fell down. Krishna tried again. Another flower slipped out of his tiny fingers. Soon several flowers rolled across the floor. Chachi laughed softly and said, "Kana, garland making is not so easy." But Krishna was determined. He carefully picked up another flower. This time he held the string very tightly. Slowly, carefully, he pushed the flower onto the thread. And this time, it worked. Krishna's eyes lit up with excitement. "I did it," he shouted proudly. Yashoda Ma walked closer to see what was happening. Krishna held up the crooked little garland piece with great pride. "See, Ma," he said happily. "My garland." Yashoda Ma burst into laughter and said lovingly, "Wow, my little helper." Krishna stood up proudly and walked toward Chachi. The garland was small, uneven, and half falling apart. But to Krishna, it was perfect. He gently lifted it and placed it around Chachi's neck. Then he looked at her with shining eyes and declared, "You are the most beautiful Chachi in Gokul." Chachi's face filled with affection. She bent down and hugged Krishna warmly. Yashoda Ma gently stroked Krishna's curly hair and smiled lovingly. Because in the house of Nanda Baba, even the smallest act of love could fill the entire courtyard with happiness. And on that sunny afternoon, a simple garland made by tiny hands became the most precious ornament of all. Thank you for listening. May Krishna's Leelas bring peace and happiness. Hare Krishna.